Guys, are we ready? All right, let's get started here with some housekeeping and let me know if there's any volume issues. I went ahead and updated my streaming software and I did a few other little things. Um, and if you guys notice here at the top right, there's a little bit of a 10K sub countdown. To some extent, it's kind of like a countdown. I also added some other things I want to talk about a little bit later, but for now, let's quickly just dive into the housekeeping, get the week started. When we have a little bit more time, you'll take time to kind of talk about other channel related stuff, especially around the 10K mark. So first of all, guys, good morning. Welcome back. Hope you're feeling great. Welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then trade the market open every day. Hope you guys are really kind of back in the zone. It's Monday after all. I've made a brutal mistake Monday already. If you guys notice here, OXBR, boom, in one trade I was down like 180 bucks, and then I had one small winner to take some profit back. That was a classic Monday mistake. I'll talk about that one a little bit more. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's Monday. It's the 28th of September. It's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, that's not true. It's 9:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 17 minutes here actually. So the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading like 11 a.m. like always, Eastern Standard Time. Quick reminder, guys, for everyone that's new, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock. This community is a place for us to help each other. Please don't spam or just annoying people in the chat room, or else you will be kicked. Check out the video description below for some FAQs, and let's keep going here to the watch list. A lot of good stuff. Well, actually, okay, not like a crazy amount of good stuff. At first, I was like, OXBR, really cool. Then I'm like, not cool at all. So let's quickly go to it. XBR. That's true. Bitcoin back above 11. So yeah, 2.69 million flow, Cayman Island Insurance Company, no catalyst. I was a little bit confused about this one. I mean, it's selling off so much here, almost 60%. I really didn't want to, get blindly long on this ticker, just because I felt like it was totally overvalued. I didn't really understand what was going on here, why it was up so much. So I knew I wasn't going to try to like trade this one super aggressively. But as we were kind of coming here to some bigger support, looked like we were having a bit of a double bottom, and I gotta say I kind of jumped on this one a little bit too early. Right here, I thought we were gonna have a quick little dip and then break the 90 EMA and have a little bit of retest. Totally wrong there. Took like a 4% loss on a bigger size. That kind of sucked. And then here I thought I was going to buy the pullback, and bought the pullback, but then never bounced. Closed this one for a tiny win. So it was kind of like big loss, or not a big loss, like a decent average loss, and then a smaller win. So nothing really too, actually like an average loss and a scratch. That's what I would call it, because I walked away with like 20 bucks profit maybe on that last one. Yeah, now coming to this 1.5 area, I don't really think we're going to be looking at it, guys. So I'm not going to really talk about it. I think let's just save our breath, honestly. U1. Thanks, Tyler. I got a long ways to go though before that status. Let's see. U1, 1.6 million flowed, U.S. Broadcasting Company. This is one of those BLM tickers. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a lot of the companies related to like Black-owned companies that got a lot of kind of sponsorships or deals, or there's funds put in place for Black-owned companies, and they benefited from overall that all the protests that were going on. That's pretty much why we're calling them the BLM companies. What I had a hard time trading the BLM companies, because I couldn't really, it was a lot of macro news. It wasn't micro specific news. And I always felt like I wasn't 100% in tune with, is this affecting this company or this company, or it was a little harder to trade. So you have to really kind of just focus overall on the technicals. It's not one of my kind of favorite kind of guessing games here. Just kind of like I talked about in yesterday or Friday's video on the Chinese companies. I don't like trading stuff I can't fully wrap my head around. So I don't know. I haven't traded U1 yet, but I did notice there's huge support here at 6.5 area. Kind of wish I traded that one. I felt like that setup was very obvious, but I missed it. I was I was fiddling around with so much stuff this morning, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So I always say, like you gotta be focused. You can't be distracted. I was distracted this morning. I was trying to set up like a cool, like this $10,000, 10,000 sub thing. So I missed the U1 trade, and then I set something else up here that should pop up on the screen at some point. So yeah, don't get distracted like I was, guys. Very very silly stuff here. And then let's talk about the main lead gapper here. Gets sold off. I was like, LOL off. Trade crypto all weekend. Yeah, it was nice volatility out there for trading crypto. Why is this volume thing not going away? Okay, now it's gone. That was taking forever. Did you guys see that? Ridiculous. Okay. You know what? I was also going through like Trade Journal is an amazing thing in this one other aspect too. I don't always do this, but today I was like, let me see how I traded some of these past tickers. So I went over here and I typed in U1. It looks like U1. Yeah, just like I was thinking. I'm not on. I've done 7 trades with this one. My biggest winners are outweighing my losers, but I have. I mean, my biggest winner, I have more winners than losers, but I seem to get skunked on this ticker quite a lot, even having a 5% loss on it. So it's just, I'm not trading this one right. And I was just kind of going through some of these old trades on U1. It's kind of interesting to see, I try to buy the support, got crushed there on that one. In the August, I traded again, did a lot of dip trading on this one. I don't know. I think I had a few good green trades, and then all of this was just like constantly chasing around here, never really getting that, didn't get a breakout here, didn't get a breakout here. So this thing just, went up pre-market and sold off the rest of the day. And, that's what you guys were just mentioning in the chat room, that this thing just kind of sells off here a lot. And that's something we should really, really watch out for with U1. So let's go actually talk about PLL. This is a really interesting ticker. I'm not typically crazy about tickers that are having a huge bottom bounce. And that's what's happening with PLL. So you can see here, this is a weekly chart, by the way. We had a huge sell-off here. I'm not sure what happened here. Let's see. This was 2018, around Christmas, a little before, or at least, oh, you know what? We can't even go back that far on TOS, but I don't know what happened here. Let's see. There's a question mark. Earnings. So oh wow, they got killed on earnings. Interesting. So this is kind of a company I'd be a little bit cautious with out of the gates, but they have such a nice catalyst. So let's go ahead and talk about this one. Okay, right now it hit a high of $49, right? Near big resistance around 50. Now they're kind of around this $30 zone, $35 zone. That's really, really good support. So 50 is that big 180-day resistance, and then 30, 30 to like 35 is huge support in this area. So kind of we're stuck in this area now. 11.5 million float, really, really nice. U.S. diversified mining company. I was like, okay, let me think about that for a bit. So I read some articles about this one. They only have 12 employees, guys. So I was like, how are they a mining company with only 12 employees? Well, they're more of like a prospecting and contracting company. Anyway, they landed a 5-year supply deal with Tesla. That sounds pretty huge. Now, I think from what I've been kind of uncovering is like Tesla's just making deals with every car manufacturer or battery manufacturer. I think they're just trying to get basically all the supplies because they're sucking up all the batteries, right? So they need as many people as possible, even if it's like a potentially questionable company like PLL. Also, something to consider: PLL, their market cap was 110 million as of Friday, so it's going to be really interesting. It's going to go up pretty much 3 times. So this is big moves here on PLL for sure. I don't know if we're going to go back above 50, but I know a lot of traders are going to be looking at PLL. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. It's definitely the lead gapper. AMBO, I see Johnny calling out AMBO. Nice. This one actually just started popping up here around 9:10. Always good when you see a kind of a late day bloomer. It usually is really good continuation, has good open, because right now we're still building that first leg, right? What we were looking at with PLL, had its first leg and it was consolidating, right? And then ideally it's going to have its second leg at the market open. That's why it's called the gap and go strategy, right? You gap up, consolidate, market opens up, and you go for the second run. This was still having that first run to the upside before the consolidation. Good call out, AMBO. Always a little bit cautious, kind of jumping between tickers, but overall pretty good stuff, I think. Let me know, guys, if it's too quiet. It looks like it looks like it might be a little bit quiet this stream, but if it's not too quiet, it should be good. Thanks for letting me let me know what the news is on this one. Volume is fine. Thanks for that. It could definitely be a tad bit louder. All right, I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm noticing that the mixer is somehow a little bit quiet. I'm not really sure why. It's always like that when you do a little bit of an update on something. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say right now. I got to look into it. I was already playing around with this so long this morning, just trying to get all the settings back to what they should be. So I'm looking at PLL and I'm looking at AMBO. Who still uses Firefox? Actually, I'm not crazy about Firefox. I like Chrome, but I use Firefox for all my trade related stuff because I have too many plugins on Chrome, and Firefox is a bit lighter. So when I'm streaming, I'm using Firefox. I hope that makes sense, but that's why. Do you guys know what the float is on AMBO right now? On Finviz, it says 0.01. I have a hard time believing that. Anyway, it's a Chinese education training services company. Kind of one of those questionable things. Partners with Amazon Digital Professional Education Training and Certifications. I actually had some Q2 results not too long ago, which didn't really move the ticker at all. So this Amazon partnership deal seems to be really the heavyweight here. Okay, so we got 7.6 million, we got 2 million, we got 17 million. All right, guys, we need a little bit of consensus here with these floats. Well, honestly, Kelvin, I waited too long and I missed my space trade, and I'm so kicking myself about that one. I was calling out the move back to the 18, I feel like, for weeks, and I had one opportunity and I closed that position, take some profit, pulled back again. I didn't rebuy, and I missed this slammer of a move. So yeah, you just don't know. That's the thing. We got another 5 minutes here, guys, till the market opens. Calm and collected. Let's see what we can do. This might be the last live stream under 10 million subs. I mean, 10 million, 10,000 subs. It's exciting stuff here. I got a bit of a 10K challenge I want to do that I'm going to reveal later today in the stream with you guys. Streamers hear it first. We can all wish. All right. I feel like I got to zone in here. We got AMBO looking a little bit like it's trying to rocket again. Let's try to figure out where some decent support is. We know $4 is a former high, former resistance, but that's coming down here again. We also know 3.5 area is kind of interesting as well. So whole and half dollar areas are key on AMBO. It's not always the case, but it tends to typically be the case. I really like this retest here as well. So you can pretty much stretch this line back out here. This is just about perfect. I really like this kind of retest here, 3.5. I would probably even argue 3.43. So yeah, this is going to be a nice territory. Right now we're using that as a bit of support, kind of pulling back into it. $5, very important. I'd probably just be looking at those dollar zones. So yeah, 5. We had that failed breakout here, getting a little bit of VWAP and 9 EMA support. Really interesting zone. I'm still looking at that $4 area, but that would be a 27 pullback from pre-market highs. I'm not sure if we're going to see something like that. I am watching PLL on my second screen just for a heads up. I'll be switching between them based on our trades. If you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon too if you're enjoying the content. About to get into trading here, another 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. PLL is popping up right now, guys. 340, 34.70. This one has a really, really big spread. So if you have a hard time trading PLL, go ahead and click this minus button and you'll zoom out on the order book a little bit, which is nice. But then remember, there's bigger spreads between each line, each row. So you don't want to click the wrong thing. I think PLL, I'm going to wait for the open. I know we have some big support around 30, so maybe we're going to get some sort of pullback. I don't know. SRNE crazy for no reason. Oof, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Peter. We'll definitely talk a lot more about those things in a bit. There's a few things I got in mind already. So AMBO, quick little reminder here, the price right now is at 527. That's, really, really close to this kind of key $6 zone that we were just mentioning. 650 is kind of a territory that I would keep in mind. $778 looks like an interesting zone as well. So let's go back here. This $6 area is huge resistance for now. I always like a 5-minute setup. I'm always looking for a 5-minute setup. Right now, this would be a little bit aggressive for next breakout here. So into the 520s, going to the 6, I would be a little bit cautious with that. So I'm not going to be trading that. But a break of 470, break of VWAP into the 450s or even the low 4s is something I'd be more interested in dip buying and looking for a quick reversal, maybe a red to green. Always so many tickers here. Oops, what did I just click on? All right, so PLL on my second screen and AMBO on my main screen. Gonna take a little bit cautious here. Monday, after all, I'm already down a little bit pre-market, so let's just be calm and collected and wait for a good opportunity. And make sure to change this to good to cancel. I mean, from good to cancel extended today. See what we can squeeze out of the markets. Have this one on 500. Here we go, guys. Good luck. Wow, AMBO, what was that? Huge flush, 50%. Markets are green right now. This could be a big dip buy opportunity, although I would expect this to be halted. I think AMBO is halted. It should be halted at least. That was insane. I'm watching PLL right now, guys. I think PLL might get halted. So this is why you probably hear a lot of traders, you probably heard Ross say this, for example, he typically doesn't hold into the open because of these flash pullbacks. I also have kind of stopped trading. I don't do it a lot. I do it sometimes if we're like near big support and it looks like we're going to curl back up and it hasn't had a big run yet. Hey guys, this is why I made a whole video Friday on Chinese companies that I'm not crazy about day trading them because I feel like the weirdest stuff happens to these tickers. So yeah, wow, I hope you guys are fine on that one. That was absolutely terrifying. Yeah, David, I saw space earlier, man. It's like so bummed out that I didn't get long space. Actually, a lot of these tickers we were looking at are just rocketing, and I'm just like, oh, You gotta be kidding me. We missed so many of the entries by like literally like 1-2%. Ridiculous. So AMBO and PLL are both halted right now. No trades yet into the open for me. Huang either. PLL is halted. I'll pull it up here for a second. 40.33. Big resistance at 50 like we talked about. Let's check out some of these other tickers, starting with UONE, the BLM ticker, 1.6 million float, very low float, US broadcasting company. They're kind of approaching massive support right now. I would probably consider trading these guys. Looking for a small entry on UONE. Possible secondary fill. Small size right now. Full size here on UONE. Down at 71, average at 80. This is a classic red to green move. Looking for a break above 590. Still not getting it. Sold some shares. One more attempt here. 590, looking for that break 590. We're out of this ticker. Wow, that was really weird. I didn't like how that one was playing out for me. Show you guys how this one worked. We sold at 93 and 87 and some at 81. Let's go back to this chart. Now it's at 96. At least we got out some at 97, I believe. No, 87 and then 93. Sorry about that. I didn't like the weak play. I might have been a little bit psyched out from that 50% dip we just saw with AMBO. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my profits when I have them, especially when I'm already red on the day. I'm not going to risk anything unnecessarily. Let's go back to AMBO, see what's going on here. This one should open fairly soon here. Should actually be open right about now. So it's not. PLL should be actually getting unhalted as well. Let's go ahead and lift this one up. Nice open, pulling higher. 46 is the daily high. Right now it's at 44. Look at that move out of the hold. Very strong move here. After we saw that hold, I think a lot of AMBO, I think some people might be a little bit on edge. But hey, guys, we've been seeing a lot of hot momentum coming back to the small cap market. So PLL is definitely the lead gapper right now. SBE, secondary, actually questionable with only 12% up. OXBR is kind of a big mover right now. PLL might be halted, might be getting halted, guys. Very ferocious pullback just now. Sweet move, OXBR. Hopefully some of you guys nailed that one. It had big support at 1.5. I probably should have traded this one, but I was really fixated on PLL. But, you know, with that 153 support, you know, goes up 20% in 4 minutes. So kind of a nice move. PLL halted down. Yep. Sketchy stuff, guys, on this Monday. Sketchy. Nice, Steven. 300 on that pop. That's how you do it. OXBR might be finding some support here at 170. PLL is definitely the lead gapper right now. More of a mid cap at the moment. SBE, kind of a sweet move here on SBE. Gotta say, I'm not crazy about this one, mainly because the price is really just not in favor of what I typically look for. PLL is obviously also not in favor, but it was yesterday, and it's moving pretty aggressively. OXBR had that bounce we just mentioned at 1.7. I didn't trade it. AMBO is still halted. That is ferocious, guys. What a freaking insane ride that one's going. OXBR is near some big resistance here, so I'm a little bit uncomfortable trading this one, not to mention it's down over 60% from pre-market highs. That's some of the most aggressive sell-offs we've seen in a long time. That's like the same amount of sell-off that you'd see from an offering or something like that. Yeah, a bit of a gap update here. I wouldn't say anything too unusual. I like the fact that AMBO held the price there. Thanks, Rashif. Or Arshif. Not totally sure. SBE found some support pulling back up. I'm not crazy about the percentages on SBE. It is the second lead gapper, so I shouldn't discount it too much. But you know, sometimes if you aren't convinced about a ticker, it's also not like you don't have to trade it. No one's forcing you to trade anything. It's always a good thing to remind yourself. PLL is probably going to open up here at 41.27. So about a minute and 27 seconds, unless it's a 10-minute halt, which happens sometimes a little bit later on when halts get a little bit too aggressive from one ticker. SBE. OXBR is probably the most tradable ticker at the moment. It just, the setups are a little bit questionable. Man, I was literally trading this one when it was at 2.5. Now it's like at $1.50. Well, okay, now it's at $1.80 after that move just now. Crazy. Yeah, it's a really sketchy day for small caps. Today, the large caps are doing really well. Oh, man. It's days like today where you just wish you got a bit more aggressive with your large cap positions. Those swing trades that we were kind of watching now for a few days. SPC is up 15%. My God, that is so painful. I was holding, I don't even want to talk about it. Whatever. You guys already know. Let's see. XBR making some pretty nice moves. China just dumped their shares on us before we went to bed. PLL opened up here, guys. Another sell-off. Could see some support though. I'm a little bit weary about trading PLL. We've seen this thing, hold pretty much, not live, but going down from 130 all the way to pretty much what was that, like $15. So you just, I just feel like, why get super aggressive on this ticker? 150 all the way down here to like $7 on a gap down. Oof, that is rough. It is holding the highs though, all pre-market. So that, it is good signs. It is fairly bullish. That Tesla 5-year supply deal. And these are all really, really good things. I don't really see this one, dipping into Neverlands, but after we just saw the AMBO crash, you just want to be a little bit careful. I think people are a bit weary. Remember, trading is all about risk management, taking good risk reward trades, and no need to rush it. Yeah, Eric, man. Ugh. It is what it is, huh? Oh, Mark, that's the worst. That's been happening to me, missing orders by like a couple cents. Oh, PLL, guys, look at this. Coming back to some big double bottom support here to around 32.85, almost perfect, or 70 zone, 32.70s. I like the way this moves. 3.8% pop, just like that. Anxiety is a nice sense. PLL with a nice little pop. I'm going to keep PLL open on my second screen, and then I'm going to be watching some other tickers. This big green day candle on OXBR really doesn't even tell a fraction of the story. So just be really mindful of how much this thing sold off pre-market. Really good move though we're seeing so far. This has been a 46% move on OXBR. Super, super sweet. Kind of feel like I missed OXBR just a little bit. I should have been probably trading it on the rally to the upside, but yeah, I had two losses, and then the buyers on OXBR right now are just so aggressive. Check out that order book. This might get halted here. Boom. OXBR just got halted. PLL had another test of that double bottom, that previous double bottom. Cracked it just a bit. Overall, markets are very green right now. One sec. So OXBR is going to open up at 50, 10, 15, 16. I have not done any trades since it opened on OXBR. I did 2 pre-market trades on OXBR, but nothing really to run home about. PLL. PLL is probably the most interesting ticker, not to mention it has the most dollar volume. It has the best catalyst, I would argue, besides maybe MBO, but MBO really fell off a cliff there. That was very weird. And still halted. OXBR has, from what I found, no catalyst, at least earlier on in the day. And then we have just the shares halted kind of catalyst. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one opens. Nice, Ramoli. Happy it's working out for you, man. SHL merger approved. It'll be an interesting one to watch. Yep, when halts move over 10% in the last average of 5 minutes, a 5 minute average, they get halted. It's not always like super clear though. Sometimes they pop 18% and then they get halted. I don't know if that's just like a delay or whatnot, but you guys can read all about the halts on Nasdaq or New York Stock Exchange, depending on what exchange these tickers are on. Thanks, Abdul. I don't know. The MBO halt, the fact that it's this long is a little bit questionable here. Sometimes, if it's not a 5 or 10 minute halt, they'll actually end up being a 60-minute halt. I've seen a 3 hour halt before as well. It doesn't always say. You would have to go to the NASDAQ site and try to figure out more. Sometimes there's not even a hold time written yet because there's news pending, right? News will be coming out. And everything gets just halted and frozen until the news comes out, and then people can digest the news, and then it opens up again here. So let's actually go over to NASDAQ and see if we can find out a little bit more information. Ever since I went back to HD and not 4K, I can start opening windows again during the stream. I still get some error messages, so I need the new computer, but I'm a little bit more flexible at the moment. Nice bounce on PLL off of 33. She went down to like 32. Really, really solid bounce zone on that one. All right, so I just Googled NASDAQ halts, and then you can see what's popping up here. SPCE above 19. Oh, God, I can't even look at that. So AMBO was halted due to reason M. Does not have a resumption time yet on it. It was just an M, right? Volatility paused. So it was pausing volatility, but I'm surprised that typically it's just trading has been paused on Nasdaq due to a 10% or more price movement in a 5 minute period, right? That's the typical one, right? The T5. The M halt though looks like it's a volatility pause. So this one just went too crazy and looks like maybe it's being investigated. Maybe something else is going on. OXBR resumed. 120% now up on the day. Nice pullback to the 90 EMA on that presumption. There's no stress, man. No trade is going to be a perfect entry and perfect exit, and if it is, uh, it doesn't really matter. Just think about in the future when you're trading with three times position size, and you're not going to be stressing too much about $50. And it's all relative. So nice locking in profits, man. It's better than a lot of us that missed that entry. OXBR, nice move there from 220. Sweet open there. PLL, really nice bounce as well. Right now it's 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just watching the tape right now. Let's see if we can find a trade. Looking for those 5-minute setups. I don't really see myself getting long on OXBR at the moment, just because that pre-market sell-off and the no catalyst makes me a little bit too sketched out on this ticker. OXBR might get halted here. Wow. This is a very aggressive ticker. Yep, there it goes. Wow, Jonathan, sweet move, man. That was a beautiful trade. Mark, 1,101 trade, OXBR. That is epic. You 40 cents on it. Sweet. Business wondering why I'm not trading. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling comfortable with it. Sometimes I do trades one after another, and sometimes, I don't trade for 15, 30 minutes, sometimes a whole day. That's very rare, but yeah, no need to force anything. I wasn't a big fan of OXBR, and I'm not going to lie, I'm quite surprised it's doing what it's doing. That's why I'm not trading. So another probably 5-minute halt on OXBR. You can probably see that here. So halted at 9:45, will open at 9:50. Whoop. No, that was the old halt. Sorry about that. It was halted at 9:52. It's going to probably resume here at 57:37. Volatility trading pause. They have a lot of these tickers that are just halted on volatility trading pauses, or like they have a lot of codes that are very similar. They need to turn MBO back on. Yeah, Jacob, me too. I feel you on that one. Trading that first off would have been kind of interesting. I definitely would have wanted to be trading this upside, but this downside move was just much more aggressive than I was ready for. And I was really thinking, at best, OXBR might do a little bit of a, red to green or something like that. But I was not expecting this giant move past view off. I really wasn't. And that's why I'm not really getting long in this area. I don't know. Guess it's a bit of a missed opportunity, but at the same time, I'm sitting here, I'm watching it, I'm learning, and if I see something similar in the future, maybe I'll be a little bit more inclined to get aggressive on it. So, in a way, it's still a win. You won with that 1.6 million float. Could be. I don't know. We'll have to actually, let's just pull it up very quickly here. We got a bit of time. Yeah, you want to be careful with a ticker like this that's just constantly selling off. That's never really something that's that promising. So just be a little bit weary on that. These bounces here are kind of interesting on it, but right now the volume is more or less just absolutely gone. So I'm not a big fan. Bigger support on this one around 475. maybe even 460s. This thing's going to dip down to, but I don't know. Maybe it will reverse at one point. Technically, it's only down here from the market open 13%. That's an okay amount. What I'm going to do is I'll put an alert here if we see it, popping back above. I don't think this thing is really going to be of interest to a lot of traders until it's back above VWAP, so roughly around $7. I don't really see it getting there. I think it might bounce off of like 620 or so and try to break VWAP. I could probably see that, but at the moment, not super stoked about it. Could be a really good dip trade opportunity on it though. Might try to break the 9 EMA, 9 1 minute EMA right here. Yeah, I'll have a nice little pop as well. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate that, man. OXBR, let's see. It's moving again. Remember, it halted at 52 roughly, 52.17 or so. And it opened up at 57. 5-minute holds. I gotta say, when it opens up, it holds its high very well. This could probably break over 3. I could really see that. Boom, 3. Wow, instantly 322. Gotta say, it's always impressing me. This one's always impressing me. It's always doing a little bit more than I expected right away. Maybe it's just my computer that's a little bit laggy. 340. This is the big resistance zone. That was a huge move so far. 3.5 is a really, really good place to keep in mind because we had a fake out in this area, and then the price kind of came back to it, consolidated, and then, whoops, that line wasn't too straight. It's not easy getting these lines right. Whatever, that's about as close as we're gonna get. So that's a pretty solid move. Big resistance here. We also had a retest, break, and a retest again. So if we break this 3.5 zone, I'd probably look for that next zone to be 4, and then kind of going from there with that pre-market high 438. Boom, we just broke it. Wow. Again, always stronger than I'm expecting. Jacob, you. At least it worked out that time, man. Quick move to 380. Yikes, yikes, yikes. PLL trying to have a reversal here. Still not a good 5-minute setup. I'd be a little bit weary on this entry. $4 being chipped at here on OXBR, right below it. 395 zone. Yeah, sweet move on OXBR. Very surprising. Today's one of those days where sometimes you just got to throw your rules about the window a little bit here. But best to just survive these kind of days. Yeah, multi-month and multi-month, multi-day resistance for Moly, really, really important to keep an eye on. PLL still going. OXBR might take over. Yeah, just took over percentage-wise. PLL. Yeah, that's what I was nervous on with PLL. Look at that big dip right now. It was not a good 1 minute setup. We had a little bit of a fake move to the upside, and then boom, just a wicked 10% flush right there. That's why I was not trading PLL. Came in support at 29. 29 is that last key support zone. Kind of sketchy to be trading in that area. Remember, if you're not loving a certain ticker, but you still want to trade because you know you're going to get FOMO later if you don't, all you have to do sometimes just to manage your risk a little bit better is reduce your position size. That would have been the way for me to trade OXBR pre-market, and I would have never been in the hole so much. I was a little bit too aggressive pre-market with OXBR. PLL looks like has a big chance for a possible reversal here. Interesting, Mark. Where are you getting that message? Right now, PLL for me shows hard to borrow on TD Ameritrade. Yeah, OXBR in the short term looks a little bit overextended, kind of forming a bit of a bear flag here. You can see a nice pullback and then a little bit of a classic flag pattern. So I'd be a little bit nervous here with OXBR going long here in this area. Maybe closer to VWAP could be a possible entry on this one. PLL having a nice little dip. This could be the one that breaks out soon back to the upside. Right now it's down quite a bit though from pre-market. That open, it's down 23% from that open. Ooh, big sell-off. Gotcha, Mark. Nice, sweet entry though, and exit. And BO is still stuck in the spot, huh? To me, PLL, if I was going to short this one, I probably wouldn't short it here near this $29 big time support zone. I would either short a crack and then a return to it. Then again, I'm not really a short seller, so I'm probably not the best to comment on that. But right now, if anything, I would be thinking about covering, and then other people are probably thinking about buying the dip right now. I think that could be a little bit of upside momentum more than anything on PLL. OXBR broke higher here. Look at this one. Impressive move. Looks like I'm totally not in the flow with OXBR. I've already felt that since the beginning. So when I'm not really in the groove with a ticker, then sometimes I just don't keep trading it. No, I don't really short sell too much. I do rarely. I have in the past quite a bit, but not this year. This year I have almost done zero shorting. I think like one or two shorts. Yeah, David, seriously, the pullbacks on OXBR are just pretty consistent, honestly. PLL still has the most dollar volume for the small caps. Although PLL really is a 350 million market cap company, while OXBR is a 22 million market cap. So OXBR is probably the main lead gapper by far. Can't really deny that. So we have huge resistance here at $4. Relative volume is pretty decent today. 409 just broke that key zone. This thing is insane. This buyer's coming in so strong too on this ticker. We were not seeing this action like all July. Well, actually not. July was good, like end of August and like pretty much all of September. That's also a little bit why I'm a bit on edge right now, because I'm not even really used to this volume anymore. I mean, these are just crazy aggression. Usually we'll see a ticker like this and it just keeps on selling off. So I didn't switch quick enough for sure. I was a little bit too probably overly bearish on that one. I mean, all morning was a pre-market was just selling off so aggressively. That's why we like you. Is it? They need to buy some textbooks. Can't believe it was halted again. Really? Yeah. You could tell I'm just way too pessimistic on OXBR, so I don't know. I do like what I'm seeing with PLL again, kind of gaining a little bit of traction here. I think a lot of people are kind of on the side watching PLL, looking for this one to get a bit more interesting again, and maybe it's going to do that. Anything's possible with these small caps. OXBR, I think one thing we probably didn't mention enough. I mean, that 2.69 million float, that's really, really low. Allows these companies to just rip. That's really what we're seeing here to some extent. Yeah, then you have the pullback traders, and then you have the shorts getting squeezed out. It just could be very, very aggressive rips on these low floats. I'd rather lose the rush than the money. Yeah, fair enough, life. It depends, Some people just love trading for the fun of it, but if you try to make it your career, then you got to be a bit more calm about the whole situation. Yeah, good point, Tyler. I think they're peeking out just a bit. No, Matt, I don't think OXBR does have any news. I hope they join the streams too, Michael. But no stress, you don't have to do that. But you could tell one friend maybe to subscribe. If everyone here told one friend, that would do it right away. PLL, guys, making some pretty nice little moves here. The pullbacks are kind of just, they're really sticking to that 9 EMA. So it's a little bit hard to get the entries on them. I was waiting constantly for a little bit bigger dips back to 30, but it didn't happen. Watch out, guys. OXBR is going to open up here real soon. 6 seconds. Michael, it's so bad. I'm like glued to the screen right now watching this OXBR open here. Bang! Another perfect pullback. Wow. Really, really impressive. I don't think I can get myself to hold into another possible halt. I would be taking profits so quickly here. Let me know what you guys are doing. Wow, look at this thing go. 4.5453. Insane. Absolutely wild. All right, Paradox, man. Take care. PLL. Could be a pullback setup here on it. To me, it's too overextended, but I've been saying that back in this area, so clearly I'm off my game with OXBR, so I don't know. So far, just watching the energy on the order book, I mean, there's still volume picking up here, so it's really, really impressive. There's definitely buyers on this one. These are huge moves OXBR is doing, and these are really, really nice moves. The dips are really aggressive though. Watching PLL 31. Interesting spot. Don't really feel it though. Crazy. 499 on OXBR. UONE kind of popping back up here. 589. Nice little pop on PLL. Looks like OXBR is trying to get halted again. But a bit more sellers now. Looks like they're trying to take profits before the upcoming halt. So it's not getting that as quick of a move as before. Michael's going all in with the one share. Knowing that I typically am a bit more aggressive with dip trades, I really should have been trading OXBR in the 158s. Obviously, hindsight's always 2020, but that's one actual area we talked about very briefly pre-market as well. And we kind of identified this zone was a key bounce territory. So even if we were just going to get a little pop here and I walked away with like, 5 to 10%, it would have been massive. I don't even know if I would have traded any of this, but just that one little move there, I felt like was kind of predictable. So I think that's one trade that I probably regret just a little bit, or at least I feel like is a proper missed opportunity. A lot of this stuff, I missed it, yeah, but I wasn't trying to trade it. So I feel like that I usually don't get FOMO on stuff like this because I know it's not a setup I typically go for anyway, right? It doesn't really change anything. Giraffe titties, I guess so. Casey, that's a good comment. Second pullback on PLL right now. OXBR just straight up going exponential in these zones. These are the moments where you're like, wow, why did I not trade this one, But what are you going to say? $6 ran. It's just going so heavy. It's 83. Yeah. Just set a stop loss, you'll be fine. Just not a setup that I typically go for, and to me, it's totally overextended. So I'd be more upset losing money than making money with OXBR because the money I made would be going against a lot of my rules, and the losses would just be upsetting because I broke my rules, right? So yeah, sometimes you miss these opportunities, but at the same time, it's kind of stopped bothering me over the years. These kind of things. Crazy last little session here, huh? Mike, it holds it here at 663. Let's see what happens. Got to break through it. Boom. 79. Instantly. Didn't get halted though. Thought I was going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, should have got halted. So the halts are always a little bit weird because they always have that kind of 10%, but then, this thing runs 30%, doesn't get halted. So it's a little bit like a giant question mark how the halts work. They move the halts up quite a lot too in the order book. You don't see it on TD Ameritrade, unfortunately. Boom, there it goes, 679. Wow. Congrats to anyone riding this puppy, huh? I would say take profits, but I don't want you getting mad at me if it goes to $40. So everyone, it's always up to you what you guys decide to trade. I'll never tell anyone, what to do. I just share what I'm doing in real time. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so many fake holds, huh? I don't want to be a chaser. I mean, hey, everyone's got a different strategy. I'm also less of a breakout trader, so also keep that in mind. I'm more of a dip trader, reversals and stuff. I still don't see a catalyst on OXBR. If you guys see one, Let me know. I'm genuinely curious. PLL, guys, back above 32. Really, really nice momentum here on this one. Looks like it's going to try to retest VWAP pretty soon here. Wow, GABA, absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. Beautiful when you can double the account pretty much in one day. Doesn't get much better. 2091. All right, I'm going to go quick little restroom break, and yeah, let's get ready here for an OXBR when it's going to open up here at 26.25. I actually haven't checked, but I think I'm still in the red a little bit. Pre-market, I kind of a decent sized loser. Um, I don't think I've dug myself out of it yet. AMBO is still halted. Is U1 coming back a little bit here? All right, guys, OXBR going to open up here at 26.25. So we got a few more seconds. Actually, about 25 seconds to be exact. So keep watching. I would have totally had to change my execution price on this one. That's how much it's been running up. I'm just going to make auto send off for now so I don't do anything silly on this digger. Boom, another perfect halt and a retest on the 9 EMA. Crazy. Just absolutely wicked how this one's constantly doing that. 8% pop. Could have sold right away. That would have been probably one of the better risk reward setups, but at the same time, it's just a strong mover here. Oh man, instant move to 7.6. What is going on? Yeah, momentum is definitely back. It's really good to see this. We were spoiled in the first quarter of first 1, 2, 3 quarters pretty much of the year. And I kind of forgot how great it was. Boom, halted again. Nice, Bren. Doesn't get much better than that. Nice, Tan. Take care, man. Whew. Looks like Bren's long. So we got another hold here on our hands, guys. It's going to open up here at 9, no wait, 10, 20, 2, 13. I mean, 32. Ooh, I'm not doing too many conversions over here. I'm looking over here. So I'm in Portugal right now. That's 5 hours ahead of time. So that brings it back to 10. And then plus 5 minutes here. That's 10, 32, and 13 seconds. AMBO, guys. I think it's moving here. So it's back up. If anyone bought that dip, I guess that was the time to do it because that was 100% move back to the upside. Guys, we were just getting the weirdest stuff today, huh? Why? What happened on this one anyway? So, okay, so Catalyst came out here trading higher after the company announced it's expanding its strategic partnership with Amazon in digital professional education, training, and certification. Okay, so we knew that. But did any new news come out? Doesn't look like it. Wow, this thing's taking off again. I'm wondering if AMBO is going to get halted here. Kind of looks like AMBO is going to get halted. I'd be so uncomfortable in this halt right now. I'm not going to lie. Just be absolutely uncomfortable. How do you trade tickers like this? This is ridiculous. AVIX, we just showed the NASDAQ halt site you can check out. Just Google NASDAQ halts. But typically they're 5-minute halts. So you just add 5 minutes on the whole time. But it's not always the case. But most common, like 95% of the time. Yeah, seriously. You don't trade him more, you just get lucky. I don't know, Dean. Honestly, I'm a little bit off the groove with OXBR, so I feel like I I would have said sell a long time ago. So best not to listen to me right now. What we do know, let's just talk about what we do know on OXBR, and that is we have an all-time high here at 886. We're kind of approaching those areas. We had another kind of really interesting kind of support and resistance area right here between like 8 and I would say like 775. This zone is kind of important, but this all-time high here is going to be really, really a key zone to watch. See if we can break past the 886. And then right around 75 is right below it, but it's honestly nothing in these numbers right now. Volume is decreasing, but at the same time, this thing doesn't trade that much. So I don't know if it's the biggest red flag. We are way overextended over the second deviation on VWAP to the upside. So all areas I'm not crazy about. I don't know. These small caps, especially with a 2.69 million float, they don't have to act rational. OXBR doesn't even have a catalyst and it's running up this much. So that's super irrational. It pulled back 60% pre-market. That's super red flag. So it's just like nothing really was adding up for me on OXBR. And that's why I wasn't trading it after my first 2 pre-market trades. Check out some of these tickers. I know. Nice little move here. Very consistent. Big resistance here at 12.5. But decent little volume there. Back to U1. Really curling nicely here, U1, I gotta say. Broke VWAP, bigger volume, looking good. Big resistance at 8. That makes me extremely uncomfortable. We've been kind of in this zone before. We broke VWAP and then we had a flush, but interesting halt here on U1. OXBR, I was just going to say it's going to open up first, so I kind of missed that. Instantly pops to 962. Wow, what an open there. Did it pull back first? Not sure. All right, OXBR, guys, officially got halted on the way down. So it broke past the high, the former high, and then boom, got halted on that way down. U1's going to open up at 35. So I'm going to keep that on my second screen. Yeah, Connor, I did see space today. Thanks for reminding me. I'm so upset about it. Missed it last week. Was looking for that 5-point-something entry. Went down to like low 16s. I mean, 15 entry, and then went down to low 16s. So I missed that one. Ooh, there's got a bunch of paper in here. Gotta clean that. I'm gonna give this one some time before I enter it. Right now it's 10:34. I'm just going to kind of watch these very aggressive moves. Typically, we wrap up trading right now, but right now it's very hot. So if we see some good opportunity, I wouldn't mind jumping in, but we'll see what happens. OXBR is going to open back up soon. Are we at it? How do I know if I'm at 1,000 subs or 10,000? Wow, I keep saying the wrong number every single time. Maybe that's why I can't trade today. Just I'm super distracted by all these other things going on here. U1, guys, really interesting open right now. Pull back to 655, VWAP and 9 EMA plus support zone here in this area. 649. This might get halted here on the way down. Man, today has just been a ferocious day of halts, guys. Absolutely insane trading today. So that's why I pretty much didn't trade. Just don't really feel comfortable. It's only like we've only been seeing a few days like this now after the dry spell small caps haven't been experiencing. So I have no problem with just kind of like letting myself slowly adapt to the new conditions. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I see the chat room now. You guys are big celebrations going on there. I guess the stream counter probably doesn't work that well, huh? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. It says it's 9,995, but YouTube right here says 10,002. So big moment here. We're stuck in between 1,000 halts right now. I just realized there's a zombie running on the screen. That's the first time seeing that. I'm trying out this new plugin first time. It's a lot of distracting stuff. It's hard for me to keep track of it all. Guys, I really, really appreciate all the support. Once we wrap up day trading, there's a few things I want to share for sure, so we'll keep talking about it. But I really, really do appreciate all the support, and it's been a heck of a journey here to 10K. Back in, what was it, like January or February, we were only at like 1.5K. And all this growth has really been kind of coming in pretty recent. So it's been just really interesting. And I think we've been all learning a lot together. So that's the best part. I know my trading's gotten, especially with the small caps, it's gotten much better with you guys. I learned a lot. I'm not just saying that. It's like one of my favorite parts of day trading now is this ridiculous community. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Michael, for the $2 support, man. Yep, I'm using Streamlabs. Yep. I have to make a trade now. Oh, God. Put 10K on OXBR to celebrate. I want to talk about a few things I want to do for the celebration. But putting 10K position sizes, I don't know if it's going to be one of them. 10K subs giveaway. It's another thing that might be a little bit tricky to do. Oh, pastel de natas for everyone. Hey, that if everyone was here, I would definitely do that. What's up, Satoshi? Happy to have you here, man. You joined us for the 10K breakdown. You've also joined us for a ridiculous halte OXBR going crazy. AMBO, massive halt to the way to the downside, and then it runs up 100% and then gets halted. UONE getting halted as well. It's just a ridiculous day, guys. Just an absolutely ridiculous day. I started the channel quite a long time ago, like 2018, I think I came out with my first video. Summer 2018. And then I was doing very slow crypto trade reviews. That's all I was doing. And then I kind of expanded from there. Hey, that's pretty good growth, Michael. 2.7K subs in 5 months. It took me like my 1.5 years for me to even get 1,000 pretty much. And that's because I wasn't really niching it. I was just doing trade reviews for my crypto stuff. Now we do a quick 10K position. I knew you guys would be interested in a 10K position for sure. I've been getting much more aggressive though. We've been doing about 5,000 share size now. And my average position size for September is 3,000 roughly. UONE and OXBR are still halted. This looks like it might be longer than a 5-minute hold. This could be the 10-minute one we've been waiting for. So yeah, guys, these are my September stats right now according to Trade Journal. I didn't import today's trades obviously, so this is as of Friday. Whoa, UONE just pulled all the way back down to $6. That was a really great aggressive sell off. But my average position size now is $3,000. We started the month off a little bit slower, but that's overall what we're seeing here. So really sweet stats. Obviously, since we're using TD Ameritrade, our fees are 0. And then this has been one of my stronger winning percentage years. What's my target on OXBR? Like I said, we had that all-time high at 8.8 from previous days. I probably would have sold if I was in it at a double top of that. I don't know. I was really off on OXBR today, so. Oh yeah, space is running. Still now at 20. Just absolutely insane. This one really nice mover here. Nice, Satoshi. Nice work, man. Keep milking it while you can. Not totally sure when OXBR is going to open up. Man, space. I just absolutely cannot believe we did not get long on this one around 16. That would have been the perfect setup. Talked about it for so long. I don't want to keep complaining, but that was one of those misses, huh? Just kind of reminds me of CLSK a little bit here. Satoshi, once if you get some more, if you're able to like systemize the setup here, feel free to share it in the Discord or something like that. It would be really interesting to check it out and give some feedback and see if we could implement it with the swing trades at all. But yeah, nice work, man. You just don't really know Jay Smart where the halts are going to stop. It's a bit of a guessing game. No, you can't buy during the halt. This is a really long halt now on OXBR. Sketchy. Yeah, PLL is in a very dangerous spot. I'm not a big fan of this kind of below $29 zone. Kind of puts me on edge a little bit because there's not a lot of support below. I'd probably argue that 25, below 25 is maybe the next key support zone. Maybe 25 itself, but makes me a little bit uneasy. Cassie, check out the first link in the video description. It's a free course for at least the first 2 months, but that's all you need to complete it. It's on Skillshare. Check it out. It's called the Foundation Video Series on the day trading small caps. Hey guys, is it super weird that this like these zombies keep running around here on the screen? Are these pop-ups like more annoying? Are they too annoying? Let me know what you guys think. I'm just throwing stuff around. One of my things is I want to make do a little bit more for the community. I really like the simplicity of the screen, so I don't want to clutter anything. And if anything, I'd rather take stuff away. So it's a bit of not totally sure how to go about it. Bren likes the zombies. I also don't. I also have no idea why they're zombies. I think that was like actually the default thing that came up. Stop trading and start Twitch gaming channel. Eric says they're scaring me. We'll see what we want to do. I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna rewatch this video and then I don't know. I'll let you guys know. But I thought it'd be at least fun today. Thanks, Rashiv. Maybe calm down. I have no idea. Yeah, Casey, I'm not totally sure. That sub counter is I've never done any of this stuff from Streamlabs today ever before, so I really don't know. Uh, this is my first time diving into that world. You would think it would be pretty consistent, though. I'm not really sure why the stream counter is delayed, but it is. It's a bit unusual. Yeah, maybe we could do a cool one that has a little bit more relevant to day trading. OXBR is still halted here, guys. Usually by now, if you're new, we'll be talking about swing trades. And then usually in the end of the day, we have a recap video. So if you're totally new, consider subscribing. Usually we're a bit more focused here. Today, I was a little bit off my grind. It was a Monday. Tickers were gapping and halting. I was a little bit unprepared for it. I started off the day a little bit red, and I think I'm still a bit red. So it's just, it was just not really my trading day. I know some of you guys absolutely slated today. So big congrats. That's just absolutely insane. I know some of you guys doubled the account in there. I mean, it was definitely one of those days where you could double your account. But it's also a day where you can easily lose a lot of money. So today I felt like I wanted to take things a little bit slower. Brandon Elliott just subscribed. According to the counter, you're the 10,000 subscriber. I'm not sure if that's totally true, but thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, chaos. I totally agree. I have to travel to Portugal from Portugal to US. Constantine, yeah, you're probably right. Ooh, a Scrooge McDonald's one. That'd be pretty good. Ah, there you are, Brandon. Nice, man. So yeah, as I was saying, typically by now around 10:30, we switch from day trading small caps to kind of reviewing swing trades, things we're going to be looking into. Today, I gotta say, almost every one of the swing trades I was looking into has run away from us, and I have a little bit of a broken heart about that today. I was a little bit too conservative with pretty much every single ticker. If you just go here to our growth swing trades, you can literally see that. CVAC, I mean, this is a perfect example. Should we start with this one? It's ridiculous. CVAC, we have our limit order literally right before. Let me actually, is it on this account or which account is this one on? Let me go to the 4 hour. Actually, I did not place this limit order. I was waiting for this one to dip into the 30s. We actually got really, really close to that. So, okay, CVAC is probably not the best example. LMND, we have, this is a classic example right here. This is probably like me in like 5 swing trades. Right here, we missed this one by, I don't know, like what, 1% or something, maybe 1.5, 2% or something like that. Like oh God, it's really hard. 2.5 maybe maximum. Missed this one, was looking for a bigger sell-off here. Now it's up around, I don't know, 10% or so. XPEV, another ticker, was waiting for this one to crack 17 into the 16.5s. Just missed that by literally a hair. SPCE, that you guys are all telling me is exploding today. I don't think I have the limit order open on this one anymore. I removed it. And this is another classic ticker that we had the limit order out on. I think it was like at 1450 or something like that. I can't even watch this. Just depressing. And this thing goes up here to $20. So it is what it is. That's just how it is. JC, that's called cyberbullying, JC. Yeah, this long halt on OXBR is definitely halting. Halting is a bit concerning for sure. Thanks, recovery. Is SPI doing the dirty again? Back at it? today is just it's an absolute bottom bounce kind of day. I wouldn't mind swing trading, trying to look for some swing trades again. So if I did, like, let's say the 25K challenge account, I would probably be looking for a swing trade. I'll probably just pull it up anyway on SPCE. Looks like we're having some resistance here at 20. Not sure where a healthy pullback would be, but I think somewhere between 18 and 17.5 would be really, really big support. That's only about a 2.5% risk. So I'd probably do a starter size roughly here at 18, and then I would start averaging down here at 17.75. So I think that's how I would probably play this one. What I would probably just do, so I don't forget it. So we are. So the reason I would trade this one now is because it's showing signs of reversal. I still think $20 is big resistance, but let's say it comes back down here to 18 to 17.5. I know there's big support in this area, and I know that right now we're on an upwards trend. OXBR, guys, 1 second, just opened up here. Let me show you guys what's going on with this ticker. OXBR, quick pop down here to $5. Let's see how this one goes. Thanks, Billy. Quick pullback to $5. That, let's see. Yeah, that's like about 50%. We don't have to do market. Wouldn't right now $6 is definitely a bit of resistance here. Let's go finish up this trade, and then I will get back to the other one. I'll do a starter size roughly at, say, 83 for now, just to kind of have a limit order there. And if this thing goes down a little bit more, I would be averaging down into this trade. So really, really big move so far. I don't really see this one going into these territories, but if we did, that'd be great. And if we didn't, then I'll adjust it from there. Not really too much to talk about on this account right now. Sono up a little bit too. Sono's another swing trade I'm looking at. Oh man, there's a lot to focus on right now. I see you guys are all super stoked about INO. OXBR back at 6.2. I know broke through past that 12.3 resistance zone. Now it's running all the way here to $14. Some really serious resistance again, probably worth considering, being a little bit cautious here. And then we have the 9 EMA roughly at 15. I wonder if it's going to go all the way to that zone. A little bit skeptical. OXBR selling off again. The one guy in the comments, there is no news from what I found on OXBR, but let me know if you guys are finding some. Yeah, zero blue. That's definitely the most stressful thing. BBY, swinger long-term possibility. I'll check it out. BBBY. I'll say the next very obvious clear support zone is roughly around $4. I think that's where a lot of people are looking at OXBR right now. OXBR dipping right now under 5. OXBR just so quick at halting. This is the break of 5 been waiting for 490s. All right, very quick. Pop right back up though. Bit of a bull bear flag here. I don't really see myself going long just yet until we see some big resistance. That first pop to the downside was just absolutely ferocious in my eyes. Beat Street music. You would know my current position. It would show right here. I do not have a current position. Looks like OXBR might see that 450 soon. Back above 5. Let's see here. Shares of several global banks and financial services companies are trading higher. Strength appears related to overall positive market sentiment following Chinese industrial profit readings. Renewed stimulus hopes and rebound of equities following recent weaknesses. Okay. Yeah, so that really doesn't help me at all. OXBR is a Cayman Islands insurance company. I really think the big thing about this one is maybe it was a bit of a short squeeze, brought a lot of attention to it with that 2.69 million float, and just people just started trading this one because there's just a bunch of eager beavers out there. That's my kind of thought on this one. Yeah, probably, calling it a day, especially if you're up, is never a bad idea. Or if you're down, it's just like at one point you got to walk away. I'm thinking at first I was thinking OXBR, if it hits $4, I wouldn't mind trading this one. I was looking for some sort of, decent, good risk reward opportunity on this one, but it looks like it pulled up right away. A lot of traders looking at this, looking for those good dip buys. Oh, East Coast Gator, man, that's tough. Yep, 90 May right now, at least temporary, is acting as resistance. Could break above at any moment, but after such a strong move, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's just trying to take profits on any sort of retest. If you're down money right now, just remember that somebody bought at 962. It could always be worse. UONE around the bottom. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not stoked about this one because it's really having a bunch of fading volume. It does have a little bit of an increase here. Could maybe see a VWAP retest. I'm just not the biggest fan of this ticker at the moment. Ruben says, "Are we waiting to buy it? OXBR or sell?" It really depends what trade you've made on it. Yeah, I'm looking for, I think ADT found base, a bit of support here because this is exactly where the Google news came out. So I'm waiting for ADT to have a little bit of continuation from now on. Thanks, Jonathan, man. Appreciate that. I'm just watching OXBR and still no trade yet for me. I got to say, though, it's making a little bit of a flag pattern here. It might break past the 9 EMA. Let me go back to it. Thanks, Michael. Take care, man. Yeah, sweet move here. OXBR popping 550. Can we see it? Having some issues still. Ooh, big sellers constantly popping up in the order book that are just a little bit terrifying, I gotta say. 550, nice. Instant breaks to the 560s, 577. The way this one OXBR moves is just, it's really just mind-blowing, I gotta say. A really, really solid breakout setup on that one. People are just buying into these sellers like no tomorrow. Sometimes I don't even see like big buyers in the order book and all of a sudden like just massive sellers and then just getting chipped away. I'm just like, what? Healthy pullback. David. Watch out. This is not a good looking pullback, in my opinion. Maybe we will see that break back above 6. 9 EMA is the main support zone right now. I just don't like that double candle. I just feel like it's a little bit too aggressive. Could try to break higher though, at least one time. Yeah, Workers had a big old bottom bounce now. Yeah, 8%. Really sweet moves here overall. We'll be talking a lot more about swing trades later on in the week for sure. Look at S and OW at 250, just ridiculous. GE is finally up. That's really nice to see that. OXBR, there goes that sell off that I was a little bit nervous about. Yeah, I'm not totally sure when the USPS announcement comes out. I wasn't really following Workhorse much. All right, since it's already 11:09, it's a little bit late here. We haven't even talked about swing trades yet. There's one last thing I do want to mention today that I'm going to go over a little bit more in the recap video. And just a few things, like I know you guys were probably thinking I would do like a 10K trade or something like that today, which I'm getting closer and closer to doing. But what I don't like about that is what I really try to focus on this channel more than anything is, how to make a career out of day trading, and how to grow your wealth through swing trading. And just randomly going with big size is kind of the opposite of what I try to really put value on. I'm trying to put value on really that risk management stuff, how to survive another day, and how to be consistently profitable. Right? If I just started trading with $10,000 today, I might just have a random big loss, and I didn't even really like a lot of the tickers we were looking at today. So to me, not trading today was actually a little bit more appropriate. So how could I kind of convey that a little bit more with my with like breaking $10,000? What can I do that's kind of special or fun? So what I was thinking was making a little bit of a mini challenge for the end of the year, thinking what's a list of maybe 10 things, one thing for every 1,000 subs, that we can do by the end of the year to grow the community and grow my trading as well. And then you guys could try to implement that yourselves. So for me, I want to make a list of 10 things, and then by the end of the week or end of the month, kind of have that list ready to go, and then already be working on those individual things and have you ready by the end of the month. So I want to come up with at least 5 by myself, and then you guys come up with the other 5. So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys 10K shares doesn't have to be 10K. That'd be even more aggressive. What you guys would come up to. So here's a few things, and I'll make this in the recap video a little bit more efficient. So definitely check out the recap video and leave comments on that one, whatever you guys think about. My first thing, obviously, I was thinking about doing is trading with obviously $10,000 position sizes. That's a goal I want to get to by the end of the year. I think that's based on our growth so far, with our average of $3,000 this month. And it was, last month was about $2,000. I want to grow that a little bit quicker, get it to $5,000. I think we could easily achieve that, because right now that growth isn't, the dollar growth seems a little bit high, but the percentages is actually going down quite a bit. So I feel a little bit more comfortable with trading on bigger size. I also want to think about, doing a little bit of a donation thing. So that would be my second point. Every month, maybe giving back a certain percentage to certain activities or foundations that I work with. So I want to set something like that up that will include on Trade Journal. So yeah, I'm going to have this list out for you guys later, but I'm just kind of throwing some ideas right now. Something for the community, I want to have a top donator list on the live stream. So on the Trade Journal page, I want to show you guys who the top donators are so far on the channel. And then any donator over an X amount can get like Trade Journal with no ads or something like that. Trade Journal is totally free. I have ads on the site to ideally cut the cost of the servers, but it's still a negative site. But yeah, so any top donators can get ads removed. Also, the unlimited and 25K challenge portfolios on Trade Journal are not yet up. I want to have that done by the end of the year. So you guys can check out the $25,000 challenge and the unlimited account. And you guys can see all the trades and review all the trades, all of my trades, all of my setups, all my statistics on your own. That's a big thing that I want to set up. That's like a big challenge. It's going to take me a lot of time to work on that. So yeah, that's a big one. I want to do another thing for the streaming. I want to do like more shout outs, automated shout outs. That's why today I was trying a little bit with Streamlabs, trying out a few things. Like, if somebody subscribed or something like that, I would like to do a little bit more. I want to add a bit more to the community, some fun stuff, and then, as much beneficial things as I could think of, like, giving you guys all account access or access to the challenge and all that stuff. So you can just go through the past trades. It'd also be cool to kind of show how long some of you guys have been sub for, but I still have to figure out how to do that with Streamlabs. I'm not really sure how to do that. And then one thing I do want to bring on is I want to bring on like an official sponsor on the channel. I think, I do talk about Webull a lot. I do use Webull myself. And I would recommend it to other people. There's not a lot of brokers that I would probably recommend. Webull is a really, really nice web platform, and the desktop platform is getting better and better. I think it's pretty straightforward. I would like to do a review video on that one. And, find like maybe 3 sponsors for this channel would be really, really sweet as well. So that's something I want to be looking into by the end of 2020, right? So those are kind of like 6 very rough ideas. I want to get like kind of like a 10, kind of like it's almost like a to-do list, but really something that, helps me progress on the channel and in my day trading, and then also helps the community as a whole. More resources for you guys, more shout outs for you guys, more ways for you guys to interact. So all those kind of things I want to put together a little bit as well. So if you guys have any good ideas, leave them in the comments below, especially in the recap video that's going to come out later today. And I'll recap some of these ideas in that video as well. So there's just like some ideas. I just want to throw them out there for the first time. A dual YouTube donation unavailable in my country. No problem, man. No stress about that. Yeah, that's true. Their customer service has really disappointed me as well, Eric. That's the one thing I don't like about it. Interesting, Aaron. That's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. They are. I felt the same way. There's a few things I was sketched out about. I'm not a big fan of their their mobile app. I just really like the fact, I think they're like one of the best web brokers at the moment. That was really an area that was missing. So I really, really like that about them. Bren says top 3 swing trades. Yeah, so that's another thing I want to focus here on a little bit. A little bit more about swing trades and whatnot. I know it seems like that's a really hot thing. I think on YouTube they call them like hero videos, something that a lot of people are interested in. Usually I just focus on my day trades, recapping on kind of study material. But yeah, swing trades is a really, really good idea. So I'll write that down as an idea and see how we can incorporate that. What I actually want to do in my recap videos a little bit more is like focus, like you said, on a swing trade or something like that, and then actually review the trade. So like kind of focus on like one topic, and then throw in the trades as well in the end for anyone that's interested. So that's a really, really good idea. It's a good question. Maybe he posted something on Twitter. Let's see here. Is Ross Cameron on Twitter? I think he is, right? Let's see here. He doesn't post too much on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's been hiding. I was thinking maybe he'll post something, but I don't know where he was today. No, Eric. Every account that is a margin account has to deal with pattern day trader rule. So yeah, if your account is a cash account, that has nothing to do with TD Ameritrade. Cash accounts across the board do not. I'll check it out, JC, Zip Trader. Cash accounts across the board do not are not under the pattern day trade rule. Here we go. OXBR ripping again. I've seen Humble Trader. Yeah, she's got some good stuff. And the surfing vlog. Yeah, maybe. I'm not crazy into video editing. You guys probably think it's really funny or surprising, but I'm actually not a big video person. So I don't spend too much time on editing videos and making like vlogs and stuff. I know I have a YouTube channel. It's like doesn't really make sense. There's a lot of YouTubers that love making videos, and they always kind of dreamed of being like a movie producer or something like that. Not me, not at all. So I usually don't get too crazy with the vlogs. They take up a lot of my time and I don't necessarily enjoy it. But if I can figure out how to streamline it a little bit, that'd be perfect. I do enjoy making like little intro clips from time to time. I feel like that's good fun. But any more than that gets a little bit cray cray. Yeah, Ross is pretty amazing. Yeah, okay, OXBR here selling off a little bit. Still was thinking, we could maybe grab it around $4, but it really held this area much, much better than I would have anticipated. So a little bit of a recap here for the trading day for me. I think today's a red day for me. We're down $50. Yeah, okay. That's just around where I thought. I wasn't sure where, but I knew we made back some with UONE, and I knew I lost quite a bit with OXBR. Overall, pretty much a small red day here. There's nothing really in a way like sometimes better than a small red day because sometimes like you could have easily lost some money if you got stuck in a flush or if you just weren't comfortable. I mean, the way OXBR was trading pre-market, I'm pretty happy to walk away with the small loss that I had because that was a 60% sell-off. So if I got stubborn or if I did something silly, I could have had a huge loss. With UONE, that was even a sketchy. It was a red to green, big sell off. I bought there, I sold on the first pullback, and then it kept on selling off. I could have easily stopped out of this trade for a big loss as well. So it's just like, I think I did all right today. I mean, I missed OXBR, the whole move to the upside. So that was a missed opportunity. So yeah, that sucked. But at the same time, at least we're not having a big red day and it's easy to recover from something like this in terms of like, just one trade tomorrow, we could be up $200. So that, really erases any sort of Monday kind of losses here. Do you have pattern day trade rules or the Roth IRA account? No, because Roth IRA accounts can only be cash accounts, Esmo. Yeah, I could maybe outsource the editing. Could be something to think about. I think regardless of how confident I am with my ADT trade, I think the most important thing to remember is right now it's fairly good risk reward. We're near some big support, and that's really the way I like to trade. So if it doesn't work out, I'm fairly confident that I can. If it doesn't work out, I'm fairly confident if it breaks, let's say $8 or whatever the key support zone was. Let me actually just pull it up. That I can get out at a decent price. So let me just pull that up here. ADT. So, right, we entered ADT roughly here at like 850. Actually, my first entry was a little bit too aggressive, I think it was. No, actually, it was okay. 857. And then my second entry right here at 855. And then I think, like this is where it IPO, or not IPO, this is where that big Google merger came in, where Google acquired 6.6% or something like that. And then it shot up, right? This thing went ridiculous. And then we slowly, after months, came all the way back, actually like 2 months. After 2 months, we came all the way back to this $8 zone. And, we've hit several support zones along the way. And I think this is one of those last major key support zones. We've also had a lot of tops and bottoms in this area. So I think if we break $8, which could happen, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, then I think it will have a retest of $8, and I will sell at the retest. So I'll be able to get out with a small loss. But I think the upside potential to at least $10, there's like a 20 to 30% upside around. And I think that'd be a pretty straightforward move. So I think ADT just has general good risk reward. It doesn't mean it's going to work. Nothing's guaranteed with trading, but I just generally like the overall action on it. I can't believe SPCE is up 20% today. I just can't believe that. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, disgusting. We're inferior. You can take profit, but there's just going to be a 10% penalty tax on your Roth IRA withdrawals until you're, I think, like 65 or something like that. But if we take this account was at $1,000 and now it's at $9,000, and if we take that to $100,000, then we take that $100,000 to $1,000,000, which I think with time is totally doable based on our statistics. Then that's all tax-free money. So that's what I think. A Roth IRA is a beautiful thing, because then if I wanted to take out $100,000, then I paid $10,000 in fees on that $100,000. Well, you know what? Whatever. That's actually totally worth it, because I didn't have to pay $500,000 in fees to get the $1,000,000, right? So I'd much rather grow it in my Roth IRA account. Yeah, nice breakout on OXBR, but I probably won't be touching it at the moment. Still has some really solid volume behind it. Well, you have to pay your normal taxes anyway on profits. So I'm not counting. I'm not calculating normal taxes, and normal taxes are much more than 10%. Really, depending on what your tax bracket is, obviously. But there's a 10% penalty plus, obviously, your normal taxes. The trip is going well, JC. Thanks for asking, man. No surfing yet today for me. Maybe this afternoon, but I'm not sure. There's a few people, Fahad, that use Questrade in here. Kind of mixed feedback on it. Oh, all right, guys, I need to take a break. CLDK. So I'm gonna probably wrap it up here. Actually, I want to talk about BBBY very quickly because that was one ticker that was called out earlier. A huge move here to 120. Bed Bath and Beyond. A lot of you guys probably know this ticker. It's a kind of department store. Actually, hold on. I'm in the wrong ticker. I'm on Best Buy. Hold on. BBBY. One extra B. Come on. Why does it not do it? Guys, I'm so excited for a new laptop. It's like this thing just constantly is delayed. It's freaking me out. Okay, so Bed Bath and Beyond. Let's see here. What do we got? Right now we're on the daily, and sometimes when you start on the daily, it's nicer to go a little bit further back. Let's go to the weekly actually, especially on such an old company like this. It looks like this kind of first major dip here at 11.5 was one of those key zones. That was like the first big fat daddy dip on this thing. Actually, that's not even true because we had some further dips back here, but we had a nice breakout here. This was kind of a creepy or important dip zone. So I think the best way to get started on something like this is just kind of scroll back, see how far back you can go, and try to gain as much knowledge from just kind of looking through the play. 7.5 always tends to be a nice kind of pivot zone. Here we can see some flat top breakout at 886 roughly. We had a nice dip back into this zone. So there's a lot of kind of like these key support and resistance areas on this one on the way to the upside. Really kind of clean how this thing moves. 425. Nice big support here. Look at that. Good breakout. Let's actually scroll forward a little bit and see what today's prices are kind of looking at. And then let's go to the daily to spread this out a little bit. Should look a little bit cleaner. And if it's not, let's kind of take away some of these charts that might be a little bit messy or less relevant. So you can see we had a nice little move up here. We had a big breakout, came back, retested this 775 zone that we were talking about earlier. These are key areas. We also stuck below this 77, like 50 zone here for a little bit. Big crack, retest here, another retest, big breakout, another retest. Beautiful retest, actually. Big move to the upside, a retest again, big rally here, consolidated between 13.5 and then this kind of 1150 zone, consolidated. Now it's breaking out here on a decent little volume breakout as well. This has been a pretty big run. It kind of reminds me of Sonos a little bit, where they also had a big bottom move. It was like 100% run, yeah. So BBBY is now a 290% run. That's a very strong move so far for a large company like this. Granted, it did sell off quite a bit. I don't know much about Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. I always remembered it was a fairly nice retail store. I don't know much about this company, but if, let's say, everything is looking good, fundamental-wise, everything is looking like it might turn around for this company. Right now we actually just had a pretty solid breakout. I could easily see this run up to all like $16 without having a major pullback. This last pullback was very weak. So maybe like $16 or even here near this former top here at 17. So buying this on a breakout would be a fairly aggressive move. I don't know if I would do it myself. I would rather wait for a pullback. You guys probably knew I was going to say that. So I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. I think a very conservative way to play this one would be just trying to buy a bounce here off like the 180-day. That might not happen for a while though. So I think maybe this thing will actually continue going up to like 16 or 18, find some resistance in that area, and then it's going to retrace back to maybe 14 or somewhere near this 180 tick moving average, which could be around 14 at the time. So maybe honestly, BBBY is actually a really, really good long right now. I mean, that's a pretty strong breakout. See if you can buy some like low of day entries. I don't know. I would probably ride this one a little bit. This looks pretty solid from here. Again, I don't know the fundamentals behind this one, something worth looking up. But based on their chart, it looks very, very strong. Anytime you have a clear breakout with decent volume, sometimes you just have a nice little continuation, something like this. Just make sure to take profits on BBY. If you're investing, I'll probably wait on it. If you're swing trading it, just make sure to take profits. That's how I feel about this one. No problem, Ramoli. Yeah, Constantine's wondering if I can add the chat room to the stream somewhere. Yeah, like in theory, yes, but then I would cover up my daily chart. And I really enjoy, or I don't know, do you guys find value on this daily chart? I use it all the time when I'm day trading. So I don't know how much you guys look at it, and I feel like a chat would cover either this area, which might be not super important, but then I don't know, we might miss a few things, and I don't know, it's like really limited on the real estate space here. Yeah, I think CVAC might be having a reversal as well. I honestly, yeah, BBY coming into earnings, always be careful around earnings. I never like trading around them. I already have three monitors, Eric. But yeah, gotta have a second monitor, I think, at least. Maybe we'll see if we can focus on a swing trade for the afternoon a little bit to talk about. I remember IMRN was being called out quite a bit. What I like about IMRN, I was checking it this morning, was the fact that it just nears such big support here at $7, and this thing might be one of those classic moves that kind of consolidates here in a little bit, and then all of a sudden IMRN is actually one of the lead gappers on the day because it goes from $7 all the way to like 8 or like 9, and we're looking for a break here of $10. So I think IMRN, if you guys know anything about this company, it could also be an interesting ticker. They had an offering here at 20 million, so that makes me not too excited. But at the same time, you know, this one could have a nice little bounce here off this area. The problem with this one is I could easily see this thing dipping all the way down to $5 as well, and that's a big loss. So that's why I don't like swing trading small caps, because it's really hard to manage your risk. Like ADT, if this thing breaks 8, I'll probably look for a retest of 8, and I feel fairly comfortable with it. But like IMRN just being down 35% on your position, oh, that's really not nice. So it's a little bit more risky, and we already had one bottom bounce here, and I don't like a secondary double bottom usually. So it's not an entry I'm super stoked about. All right, all right, all right. It looks like a lot of you guys like the current setup. Yeah, I'm still here, just kind of watching a few things. It's kind of an interesting morning. Plus, I wanted to talk about the whole 10K things we want to look for near the end of the year. Kind of get ready here. OXBR guys, look at this thing selling off just a little tad bit here. 473 selling off. Yeah, this is dumping. Just a lot of selling pressure on this ticker at this moment. TRVN. I haven't checked that one out. I would have to look it up. Doesn't ring a bell at the moment. 450. Oh yeah, that's some serious selling pressure on that one. 450s usually do end up being a decent bounce zone. I could see this thing cracking 450. If it cracks 450 with low volume, could actually be an interesting entry. Little pops to the upside. These are kind of the prices I've been waiting for. That's a big move so far to the downside. Maybe a small size on OXBR would be totally fine in this time of day. 18% dip already. Definitely interesting support. Well, I'm so excited to have my standing desk again. I'm not gonna lie. Life without a standing desk is just not the same. PPL back in the race, it looks like. All right, guys, I really got to wrap up here. The day's getting a little bit late on my end. I'm in Europe after all right now. It does look like some opportunities are going to be popping back up. The stream went like 40 minutes longer than usual, but hey, there was a lot to talk about today. It was an interesting kind of open here. Yeah. So, all right, I gotta wrap up here. Unfortunately, don't forget to call out any swing trades tomorrow. We're gonna be much more attentive towards swing trades tomorrow. This was just a little bit of an unusual setup here. I gotta run and check out this recap for this evening. We'll see what kind of swing trades we can dig out as well. OBXR, OXBR, guys. I really do think 4.5 might crack, and then there's going to be some good dip buying opportunities. So this might be an interesting setup here. I know $4 is really, really big support, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, take care. Thanks again for the congratulations, guys. Really, really do appreciate the community. It's an absolutely beautiful place. Just couldn't be more stoked about it. Good luck on OXBR, guys. Looks like I would not be surprised if anyone traded this one right now. I feel like I should be trading it right now. Oof. Did exactly what I was thinking just now. Oof. Oh, Lord. What is going on here? All right, I got to run before I do something silly. See you guys. And yeah, thanks, Eric. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, on the way out. I really, really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. And don't forget to wrap up trading, guys. It's really, really important just to wrap things up at one point. Wrap it up, boys.